Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gavin Major and this is our World of Warships Legends weekly wrap. So, normally we try to do these weekly with members of the team. However, it seems like most people seem to be preoccupied at the moment, so it's just myself on this one. So first of all, what is happening this week / like closed up? Well, we've got the campaign ongoing and that's coming to an end, and you'll be getting the Oleg if you have Admiralty backing, and if not, just a couple of goodies here and there. The Oleg's a tier 2 Russian cruiser, nothing special. We've reviewed her, but let's be honest, a tier 2 is a tier 2. It's nothing really, it's just seal clubbing really if you're going to go down there. Now we've got ranked, and that's wrapping up this week as well. Tier 6 ranked, that has been an absolute pig, I have to admit for myself. I played it mostly solo. I played the Jervis and the Cossack in it. I found that it was a good training ground for the Cossack, is one way to put it, but it was just one hell of a grind. Again, continuing the trend from the last ranked, lots of battleships, so something to bear in mind for future ranked. It seems like stacking battleships into ranked seems to be quite commonplace now, where it wasn't as so commonplace. It seems like now they've I don't know whether it's a knock-on effect of because they've toned down the number of destroyers, it's bumped up the number of battleships, because obviously this game's a bit like rock, paper and scissors, and if you limit the number of scissors, then you're going to see more rocks, if you kind of think of it like that way. So that's like the main events. Leningrad came out last week. I think we had one in the last game, but I don't seem to see too many of them. Oh, Destroyer over here, Benson. I'll keep him spoiled, that'd be more fun. We've also had the Cossack come out. Cossack I really enjoy. Definitely something to add to my British roster, but then I always said I'd buy every British ship they released, and so far I've kept to it. I don't really want to push the Benson until the Benson is no longer properly supported, really. Because if I push the Benson, that Matus is right there, and I'll just get chewed up. But I can stick some torpedoes in. And the Matus should be spotted actually, so I might just pop a smoke screen here. So yeah, so we've had the Cossack come out. The Cossack is available as a bundle for this week only for 22,500. If you get the bundle, basically is the Cossack, a flag, some missions, some camo, some commander containers. Personally, I only really bother if you wanted the flag. I'm not sure about the missions. I mean, the missions do give you rewards, but basically double the price of the ship just for some missions, a flag and stuff, I don't think is worthwhile, but then that's your call really. Now, the guy got the ship on her own for 12,500. That seems pretty normal for a tier 6 premium at the moment, so I didn't really batter an eyelid doing that. I just couldn't contemplate the bundle. I mean, even then, like the bundles, like the discount on the bundle was like nothing as well, which was a bit of a shame. So I think that wraps up like this week and what's happened this week. Obviously, when this comes out, today is we're expecting probably a trailer and a patch notes. You never know, they might even do a live stream. They haven't announced anything, but it's just going off the usual rule of thumb. Now from here, I think I should be able to shoot the Pensacola without being spotted. Yeah, I can do that. Very nice. So me having to use just nick that smoke from there. I might even shoot you. Oh, time to go. Now let's see. So, so that's what we're probably expecting today. Now they have been starting to tease what is coming in the next patch, and that is legendary ships. Basically, if you can remember the Yamato event, they're bringing legendary ships into the game now. They've announced obviously the Yamato. They've also announced the USS Alaska. She's a tier 9 ship in the PC, and then they've also announced the Gruber first. Sorry about my German, it's not perfect. Now, obviously, those of us who played the Yamato event will know what the Yamatos are like. And so I'll probably skip that because basically if you played the Yamato event and you've been here for a while, and if you didn't play the Yamato event, then you're probably not going to be in a position to, well, I guess you might be. Yamato was basically just a big bloody battleship. Legendary tier basically means they're like tier 8 in this game, so they're only going to play tier 7s. So what that then means is that tier 7 games are just going to have more battleships, because the Yamato is a big 18-inch gun battleship. The Grover Kurfürst is bristling, is a German battleship, quite big, bristling with big guns. I think she's got triple gun turrets, triple gun, I can't remember the 15 or 16-inch guns, lots and lots and lots of secondaries. Her only downside seems to be her maneuverability, but that would make sense, being that she's a big battleship. And then USS Alaska is like a heavy cruiser slash baby battleship, or fast battleship. She's skirting that curtain between the two, and then because of that, that basically means another battleship. So at the moment it just seems to be they're introducing more battleships to tier 7. Whether tier 7 needs more battleships at the moment, I don't know. I mean, tier 7 just feels like battleship heaven. Everyone takes their big shiny battleships out, and you can't blame them. I mean, they are good, and if people get good at them, then and you want to play it, then play what you want, isn't it? But it does seem like we have a bit of a overpopulation of battleships at tier 7, which can be a bit of a downside, I guess. I did clip that Fiji. What I might do, I might just pop a smoke here. Now, how to get the legendary ships? Basically, they're introducing something called the Bureau. If you log in every day, that then allows you to add towards the maintenance slash research as it goes along. There's also then going to be tasks which you can then assign ships to then complete. You can boost it if you want, but you can only boost like 40% using doubloons. At the moment, because they've only announced an American, a German, and a Japanese ship, I'm not exactly ecstatic about boosting along for it. So bear with while I curb my enthusiasm for it. But it seems it's interesting. Whether it's a step in the right direction, we'll have to see, and how it's really implemented and stuff like that. And whether there's more, we'll have to wait and see for those patch notes. But it's going to be interesting. I can't deny that. And then I guess we also, one thing to expect in the patch is that we knew there were some new maps coming. I might see if I can dodge those torpedoes. So that's what's coming. Now what that does mean is that this campaign's coming to an end, that Imperials will be coming to an end, so we will have a Brucey bonus weekend boost at the end of this patch. So for that Sunday you'll be able to complete the boost, get some Imperials, collect all the promotion orders, and then on the Monday when the patch actually drops on the console, what you'll do is you'll suddenly find that your weekly boost is reset. How very nice. So that's just something to always bear in mind. Obviously we'll do a Brucey bonus announcement on the day, just make sure everyone's aware, but just giving you a heads up now. Where's that bear? There's Benson. Hello Benson. Somebody would like to play with you. And then he goes and chucks it. That's not very nice. You shouldn't torpedo destroy when it's shooting you. Let's see, I think my change in speed did throw the Legazion off, and then my secondary change in speed. Ooh, that could have been dangerous. Let's see, at the moment we're just feathering that throttle and we seem to be getting away with it. There we go, there goes the Benison. No, I'll probably just go quiet now. There's no point me going noisy for the Legazion. He's only going to tear me a new one. Yeah, so we're expecting... So yeah, so the campaign's going to come to an end, rank's going to come to an end, Imperial's going to come to an end, your rubles, any rubles you've got left over will be converted for credits. I can't remember off the top of my head how many credits you'll get, but that'll be confirmed in the patch notes tomorrow, we hope. If not, it should be a given. Whether there's going to be another campaign, it's not known. I've seen it floated that maybe the USS Alaska could be a campaign reward, but until we see the patch notes, we won't know. I hope there isn't another season of Ranked. I'd like to have a little bit of a break because these 2 seasons have been really intense. Um, so a little bit of a break from that would be interesting. Um, it's just, I guess maybe they could do something like the Atlanta campaign. Oh yeah, one thing we've had this week is VE Day. So we had a load of VE Day camos released into the game, excluding the British. Agile camo never turned up. Maybe it was an exclusive offer that only appeared in the store if you had the Agile. So really, for most people, you only ever saw American and then one Russian camo. And then what else did we have? Oh yeah, they did a free mission to get a Russian star patch. I think it was win a couple of games or something like that. It was nothing really that special. And you got the 9th of May, but like 9 Ma and a red star. That's kind of like got a blur on it because it's moving. I mean, that's an interesting little thing. And it shows, okay, so they could do that for the Russians. Okay, maybe they did it for the Russians because at the moment we're in a bit of a Russian season with the Russians being released. But at the same time, they kind of acknowledged that they omitted the British and all the other nations, so why not do multiple ones of those for all the different nations? That would have been quite cool, even if there was like a little buy-in, because it would have been quite interesting to see like individual nations patches for VE Day, but I guess we're not in control of the game and the powers that be will decide what they decide. I think that wraps up the weekly wrap. This game seems to be going alright. I seem to be almost just doodling around while I'm talking. I guess it's the joy of doing these live. You never know what you're gonna get. Well, I'm gonna let you go. If you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe. We hope to do these weekly. Hopefully there'll be more of the team available next week to do this run through, because we usually just try and do it in the game. If not, it'd be just me again. I'm the Gareth Major, and back to the port.